man, if you've come for Centrebacks tier list, you are in the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have, obviously, the series going on right now. I feel like it's better to just separate each respective position in a tier list system. I normally go like defenders, midfielders, attackers, but obviously, so some people don't have attention span, so I feel like low-key just adding it in separate videos is much better and much cleaner. So let's get into it, man. I know you're thinking to yourself, how can I improve my FC25 experience? Look no further. MONOEXP has the best, cheapest coins on the website. Best price, best guarantee. Use the code META for 8% off, bro. You can get literally any card. Go check them out right now. We obviously got the top 5 best center backs right now as a tier list in their own respective tier list ranking or level, I'd say. Yeah, do you guys agree with this? Obviously, the team of the years are here, except for Reynard and obviously like Irene Paredes, I think it is. Yeah, I don't think they're top 5, personally speaking. Obviously, Van Dijk, Saliba, bro, come on. They hold their own. They beasts. They kept the price. Price is always a huge indication of how good a card is, especially if they keep it. So yeah, Maldini, finally he's back. He's been buffed, beast. Obviously, you have the other version of Maldini, which is here still, and I still do think he's S+. So let's get into it. Got a couple of cards. Yeah, obviously S+ is the best. It's just outside of top 5 though, but it's still top of the line, creme de la creme. Very first one's gonna be Adara Bayo, bro. What is this guy's name, brother? Like Tosin. Hopefully I've pronounced that one right. 90 rated. Obviously, depending on how far Chelsea goes, he gets upgraded. He's a live card. I'll be real. At this stage of the game, man, don't get me wrong, looks okay. But I'm gonna put him at the end of S+, man. Or end of S, sorry, for now. We got Aguert. Now, when it comes to center backs, by the way, you have to look at all relative topics and like aspects. Playstyles, firstly, is the main one. Roles, especially, is the second, I'd say, to none. Defender ++ is obviously ideal. Everyone uses it. If you don't use it, you're gonna be at a disadvantage. 5-star weak foot and 6'3". Yeah. This is my type of center back, bro. Very nice indeed. I wouldn't really deem him as S+, but I definitely think he's up there in terms of upper S. Same thing with Alaba, decent card, but I don't think he's like completely the best. We've got Aitor Paredes, which is, if you're looking at playstyle pluses, right, he's got bruise and intercept, which I do think is a good combination, but I feel like anything other than or not having anticipate kind of is at a disadvantage. Tell me, am I tripping or no? But yeah, I'm okay with placing Aitor Paredes at S. We've got obviously Baresi now. I'm happy enough to place him S+. If you're happy, I'm happy, bro. Anticipate plus, firstly, he's got the aerial and then he's got the block. This type of card, in my personal opinion, is one of the most underrated center backs in the game because he has insane defense, firstly, 3 playstyle pluses, decent enough pace. You add a shadow, the man's going to be cooking. And what a nice dynamic image, bro. What more do you need? We've got Araujo, which I do think is very good in this game. Anticipate and Bruiser. That is Bruiser, right? Hold on. I've been playing this game for so long. I don't even know what is it? The way it looks, but that is indeed block. Sorry, block. What I like about Araujo, and I don't know why it's so cheap, by the way. Well, I actually do know. Team of the season is coming soon. 95 reactions with Anticipate plus and Defender plus, bro. Araujo is S+. I'm happy enough to place him at the end of S+ though, because I do think when the team of the season comes out, yeah, he's not going to really be ideal. We've got Bremer. I don't really think he's on like Araujo's level. Very close to, but I don't think he's there. Bombito, very nice as well. I'm happy to place at S. No one's really getting deemable at A+ and below, but there's going to be a few. I feel like low-key, you could even argue maybe there's no need for A anymore, bro, because the amount of cards that I've included is actually not that much, to the point where there's some bad cards. I don't think there's any completely horrible cards here. Does that make sense? But I do see amazing cards that I'm happy enough to just place at S+ because they're just insane and everybody knows they're good. So we've got Storm. We've got the likes of Campbell, which is insane. We've got Ferdinand, very nice card in this game, S+ indeed. Maldini now. Everybody uses this Maldini. I'll stop and pause for a moment to look at his card because most people are trying to get him, I think, through that. I don't know if it's still available, but if you did it though, all I can say is this is one of the better cards to get in the game. Why he's so good is he's tall, firstly, right? Okay, that ticks all the boxes, and he's not tall to the point where he's like heavy like a Konate or Van Dijk, but he's a very nice, I'd say, height. You know, not too tall, not too short. has intercept plus, which is already defending playstyle, and then he's got quick step, which catches up to attackers. Now, him having above 90 pace split with quick step plus, this is pretty much an insane card, bro. Let's just say that I'm happy enough to place him at S plus. If you're happy, I'm happy. I always said, man. Let's jump over to some other cards. I still do think Reynard is S plus. Very nice card. She could even be deemed as top 15 best center backs. She's got the 3 playstyle pluses. The only downfall about her is sometimes she doesn't live up to stats. Am I tripping? I'm happy enough to place her. You could even say Maldini goes up and then Reynard goes like that. Make very much attention to pay attention, sorry, to where they get placed in a tier list level. Higher S plus means better than lower S plus, if that makes sense. Cannavaro though is a very nice card in terms of ticking all the boxes, but unfortunately not the height. That's the only downfall about this card, is the height. Yeah, it is what it is, man. You have to have height as a center back, unfortunately. But yeah, Carlos Alberto, very nice. I don't really think he's very versatile, by the way. What a card when it comes to like doing everything. The man can play CDM, fullback, and center back. Like, what are we doing? As a center back though, do you think that's his best trait? Anticipate plus is nice, and over 90 pace split, 88 defensive awareness. I'm not just looking at stats. The card is insane, you know. The only downfall about the card, bro, unfortunately doesn't have defender plus, man. Yeah, it's such a big thing this year. You need to have the roles, man, especially now how much people notice. Yeah, Carlos Alberto gets S, unfortunately, bro. He doesn't have the defender plus. I think most of these cards here have it, so that's why they get placed there. But yeah, you know what, 49 can actually go up. But unfortunately, Carlos Alberto is getting S, man. He's getting the S. We've got Blanc, obviously new and relevant right now. For some reason, can play Cam as well. Like, what are we doing? Obviously, that's how he played in his time. But what I like about him is he is very maneuverable, you know. Because he can have that Cam, like, maneuverability, he actually feels decent in game. He's obviously got defender plus as well. Yeah, I definitely think Blanc, I'm happy to place at S plus. I'd say lower S plus, not really as good as these cards, in my personal opinion, but still very nice card. We got Franz Beckenbauer. Unfortunately, excuse me, right there, goddamn, bro. What did I eat? 268k, bro. Unfortunately, doesn't have defender plus. Bros, we have to look at it at that aspect, man. Still very good in game, don't get me wrong, like insane. Like, I'm talking like what is Lafayette Wallace says, Bamba Fleece good, bro. But nonetheless, we do have the main man Desai as well. I'll be honest, nothing completely crazy, man. Majority of these cards are gonna get S because they tick some boxes. They insane in some aspects, but they're not like the best of the best, bro. That makes them like insanely good. Like for Desai, he looks okay, you know, nothing completely crazy. You could argue maybe someone goes down in the department of S. I'll be real, not really, bro. I don't really think anyone goes down here. You could say Adara Bayo. Adara Bayo. How to pronounce? Hold on, players. Hold on. Adara Bioyo. Okay, fair enough. You see, we learn something new every day, bro. Adar Bayoyo. I think that's what I said. Yeah, okay, we move on, bro. We move swiftly on to Ram. Now, this was a very interesting one because I looked at his card, right? And I might have actually placed him at top 5, bro. I might have actually placed him at top 5. I'm happy to place him at the top ranking of S+. Why I say this is, someone like him, right, is very compact and still to the point of very physical, bro. Someone that moves like that, solid. Very nice card indeed. 94 rated as well. Very nice card. I don't obviously do stops in my videos. I'm just checking if I have any messages. Now we're good. We've got a De Ligt as well. Obviously doesn't play as much for United. He'll get there though. 50,000 coins, anticipate plus. This card I think is minimum S, you know, as for anyone right there. Do you get me? Definitely think higher in the ranking though. Like as opposed to Aitor and those type of cards. Carragher is still decent in this game. Not completely like terrible. I definitely think he goes in the S. Hummels is very nice as well. I actually use Hummels. I like him in game. Very decent indeed. We've got Eder Militao, which unfortunately right now as of this moment, I don't know why he's so expensive still. 515, jockey plus only. And what is his roles? Defender plus only 1. I'm happy enough to place him at the top slot of S. Don't get me wrong, very good card, but obviously very much falling down the rankings. We've got obviously a man like Haaland. Center back right there, 605,000 coins, 96 sprint speed. Now Haaland in this game, very, you could say, not much, like not a lot of people expect it, but then when you actually verse him, he's insane. He's got obviously defender plus as well, but I definitely don't think he's S plus. I do still think he's somewhat OP. What's the word I'm trying to look for? He's not your average, I don't know, I'm trying to find the word, conventional. There we go. He's not like conventional meta, but when you actually use him, he's not completely bad. Okay, I'm trying to see. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry boys, I'm just checking some messages. Nonetheless though, let me leave my phone right there. We are at work indeed. We've got Cordoba, which is kind of in the same bus as Cannavaro. Intercept plus as well. I'll be completely real, nothing completely crazy. I'm happy enough to place him at S. Inigo Martinez as well. Bruiser, these type of cards though are minimum S, don't get me wrong, but they're going to dissipate very much quickly, bro, especially when team of the season comes out. Yeah, just be prepared for that. We've got Georges, which could potentially be the better card in terms of height. Now when I say that, I mean like the best smallest card, if that makes sense. She, I think, beats Cannavaro and Cordoba put together even. What makes her so good is reaction time. If you have a balance of a very tall center back like Van Dijk, and then obviously have her, I always say it makes it so good because it's kind of like she can be the ball carrier, especially in heavy gameplay, you know, she can shield the ball and kind of maneuver herself very much quickly as opposed to a taller center back, you know. And then you can have the taller center back to obviously be that height difference that she's lacking. But maxed out 99 defense is insane work. Yeah, I'm happy to place her upper S though. She could even be like around that level. Very nice card, don't get me wrong, very nice card. We've got Gabriel, a lot of people are using, and it's not even because a lot of people are using, they're using him because he's S plus. Trust me, this card is so good in game, and I don't know if it's a road to the final. Tell me in the comments. I'm not really too sure about that. I'm just here to provide you the meta. You guys can tell me in the comments though, is he going to get upgraded further? Because the rate that we are going, I think Arsenal might win this whole thing, bro. So that card might be insane. We've got Gomez, which is still very, very much nice. I just don't think he's S plus. I think I placed him S plus the first time he came out, but I feel like right now, defender plus only, and not the best playstyle pluses. You have to look at it from all aspects, and I'm happy to place him upper S. Yeah, for now that's fine. We've got Ledley King. What a card, man. Bro, I don't, trust me, man, in this game, man, a card that's 66,000 coins is actually somewhat better than most of the cards that is in S plus. Like, this card in game is phenomenal, and I have no idea why. Well, I do know why. The stats are insane. Jockey and Anticipate plus, 6'2", defender plus. Bros, why are you spending so much coins on rubbish when you can be getting a Ledley King? I'm happy to place him S plus, man. Trust me. I'm no longer looking at price, bro. Price is not an indication though of meta. You have to look at all aspects. I always say it. Man, like Eric Garcia came out very recently, right? Eric Garcia, what's his full name? Martre. Intercept plus, very good pace split as well. Very nice agility as well, bro. God damn, 6 foot. That card is looking very nice. What does he have? Plus? Hold on. He does not. But I'm happy enough to place him at the middle slot or upper slot of S. I don't think he'll be completely terrible. Eh? Not a bad card. Kimpembe is nice as well. I'm happy to place him at S. Coleman, I'll be real. Bro, he's not great, man. He might be the very first A+ card, bro. I don't like Coleman in this game. Very slow. Very much like a Bobby Moore. You don't even see Bobby Moore here because he's not deserved of being here, bro. I'm sorry, man. Trust me, I've had them in my team and I've versed them. They're not great. Klosterman is okay. There was actually a couple of cards that you could put into Evos, by the way, but I've included most of them normal, and then I can actually show what Evos you can put them in relevant, obviously. Like someone like a defensive driver, Klosterman, makes the card seem decent, bro. I cannot lie. So I'm going to base them according to upgrade potential. I'm putting Klosterman at the lower S, but still very, very decent in this game. We've got Irene Paredes, lacks a bit of the height and pace, but I don't think she's going to be lower than S. So I'm happy to place at S. Koulibaly, same thing with him. We've got Martins Indy that came out very recently. This guy always, his eyes for some reason has always like I don't know, there's that one image of Martin Indy. Wait, I think I've seen it here. Hold, Martin's Indy meme. Yeah, this one, bro. This image right here has always like really scared me, bro. Nah, that is insane. But I definitely think this card in-game won't be bad. Given the fact that he's kind of like more of a shrugger, you know, someone that like shrugs off the ball. But he doesn't look completely like great, bro. I'll be real. 5-star weak foot is decent, but lacks the pace as well. Don't get me wrong, I think it's actually dependent on how good the pro players do, right? Is it one of those, the FC Pro events? Yeah, so if he gets upgraded, the upgrade potential is there. So I'm happy enough to place him at that lower slot of S. Maguire, man oh man, what a beast. Let's just say that, bro, has absolutely made me love United again, even though they ass. Maguire, bro, scoring that goal. This man is a striker by heart, trust me. What I like about his card in-game, though, is he's very tall. The only downfall is he feels very lanky, but I do think he's like kind of that that card you don't expect, and he's actually really decent in game. So I'm happy enough to place him like, I'd say lower S. I said all that and I'm still saying he's lower S. What am I doing, man? We've got Ruben Diaz. I actually want to look at Ruben Diaz's card because the thing with this card, right? A lot of people don't really expect it from him, and he is insane. 97 reactions, amazing pace. Bruiser plus as well, 5-star, bro. Ruben Diaz is probably one of the best valued cards right now in this game. I'm placing Ruben Diaz, bro, at that top, like, I'd say middle slot of S+. He's very much insane, trust me. What makes him so good is his ability to do basically everything. He's got Defender++, very much decent agility and balance, 97 reactions as well, bro. I don't want to just be a broken record and say stats, but goddamn, that card is insane, boys. Kusanov as well. If you look at Kusanov, I think he had 1 or 2 cards back then in Evolution Bowl I can show, but right now, I remember the first game this guy played for City, bro. They Pep just put him into the blind side, man, and yeah, unfortunately he conceded very quickly, but this card's not completely bad. I definitely think it's minimum S if you were to at least, you know, have the upgrade potential. Okay, there's a couple of cards at S. Let's try and see, maybe we can place someone down. You could say Martin's Indy for now. You know what? Does Martin's Indy have the Defender Plus? Because if he doesn't, then I think it's time for him to learn Chinese, buddy. Let's see. Defender plus, nah, it's fine. He stays there. He stays there for now. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's okay. Konate, I do still think has some ounces of meta. Definitely dissipating. He used to be S+. But what makes him actually a little bit better than other cards is his ability to just like absolutely shrug players off the ball. I always said, man. We've got Laporte. This is obviously the better version. He got upgraded as well. Let's see where he gets placed. 39,000 coins for him. Aerial plus, but doesn't have a defending playstyle plus. That's a really downfall of the card. I don't think it's that much. He's definitely minimum S. At the end of the day, it's very decent stats, but doesn't have a defending playstyle plus, which is really much so a very bad trait for center back. But hey, I'm okay with placing him there. We got Pavard, which I do think we can all agree is just insane. Definitely higher S. You could even argue he's this much S like there, bro. Georges can go a little bit because of height. You could say she's like there. Yeah, I think I was a little bit too trigger finger happy to place her there, but I'm happy enough to place her at the upper slot of S still. Ricardo Carvalho, man like Ricardo Carvalho, let's see, 48,000 coins, aerial and anticipate plus, 90 reactions, and very much so 5-5, so with amazing defensive stats. Why don't a lot of people use this card? I never see him in game, bro. 50k as well. He's getting upper slot of S, man. I'm happy to place him there for Shauzi. Schlotterback. And this is not even just reading by stats. Schlotterback is one of the best value cards for center backs. Firstly, anticipate plus. Okay. 6'3", and he has above agility of 80 and balance of 80. With defender plus, bro. I don't know about you boys, but Schlotterback, correct me if I'm wrong. Did I miss out a card, bro? I think I might have missed out Upamecano. Hold on. Oh no, here's you right here. Sorry, I've never missed out anyone. Trust me, I include everyone. But I'm happy to play Schlotterback upper S, bro. That card is insane. Trust me. Trust me, Dade. That card is insane. Pause. Mascherano as well. Very much so a placement card. Yeah. Intercept plus cool. Slide tackle redundant. Very much decent pace split. 5'8". What a good looking card though in terms of stats though. Like that is defender plus only, but I'm happy to place him lower S, but pretty much above others though. Kind of like better than Cordoba, yeah. Better than Irene Paredes. Not bad at all. We got Marquez, definitely upper or slash middle S. We've got a couple of cards left. 20 minutes currently running in at. Yeah, these cards, I'll be real, there's no one that really stands out. Maybe Varane. If I look at it, like, Varane has had so much evos, bro. If you did this card in the start when he came out, like, the evo potential was crazy, bro. Like, there's an 88 evo potential right here. I think this is through. Yeah, that's a lot of evos, I won't lie. But Hawk, Gladiator, Walk 2, and Defensive Driver, you get him to very much like a decent pace split, 87 reactions, but goddamn, bro, 63 agility. Yeah, the upgrade potential is okay. I thought it would have been a little bit better. I think I actually based him according to... This was probably the Evolution Builder one, yeah. If I'm showing you right now. I think it was... It was either I think it was the President I based him according to. I mean, look at that stats. That's much better stats. So if you have that type of Varane, he's obviously going to be higher S. But for now, I don't think majority of players have that specific one, you know. Marquinhos as well. Now, you might say that this tier list is a little bit redundant because I'm placing so much players at S, but you have to make use of like where the cards get placed, especially on the level. You got just Coleman chilling at A+. That is a little bit sad, but 350k. Oh, this was actually a SPC, bro. Defender plus, decent enough reactions, intercept only plus, but I don't think he's deemable at A+. I'll be real. You know what? I'm gonna do it, bro. Let's play some cards at A+ right now that deserve to just go A+. I feel like Klosterman goes down. I'm okay with placing some cards lower, bro. I just feel like overall, man, they don't deserve to be like Martin's Indy as well. Marquinhos. You know what? I'll even place Marquinhos low. I just feel like right now there's much better cards, man. That's the issue. Like some have lower stats, but you have to look at what like is the potent type of thing for center back. So for now, you could say he goes, maybe like he can stay there. I'm okay with that. And then maybe Marquinhos. Yeah, I think it's fine for now. We've got Kubasi, which what a beast right there for Barca. By the way, sorry for the kids outside. They are just screaming it up right there, bro. Whenever I record as well, it's always that type of thing, man. 420k, hey now. It was actually 420 the other day, but fair enough. Anticipate Plus, very much a very decent card in game and has actually kept his price pretty much decently. Defender Plus as well, and 92 reactions. Kubasi might be S+, boys. Do you guys agree? Do you think he's S+? I'll be real, I don't really think he has the aura as opposed to the other ones. Maybe, just maybe jumps to S+, bro. God damn, I'm not too sure, man. I'm trembling, starting to get a little bit shaky, bro. Hey, Kubasi will stay at S. I'm okay with that for now. Stones obviously gets placed on a tier list level at the basis of, that was a voice crack as well, but by the way, goddamn. At the basis of his upgrade potential, and Stones don't look too bad, bro. Anticipate and intercept. Bro, this is actually insane. How are we doing this? Look at the dribbling stats for someone that is 6'2", with amazing short and long passing and both intercept and anticipate plus. What defender plus, bro? If you get... Why is no one looking at the Stones, bro? He's insane, amazing, 97 with the anticipate. Just, yeah. This card looks phenomenal, bro. You know what? Stones is getting S+, bro. Bottom of S+. You heard that correct. You have to look at it from all aspects, man. Trust me, Stones is that guy. So, and I've heard multiple people say like specific Stones that they've evoed is insane, and not just because of that, but I do think he's definitely that card. We're gonna put Tapsoba at the lower S. We've got Upamecano, which is pretty much you could say a lower version of Schlotterbeck. I do think both of them are still very much insane, but I do think Schlotterbeck is better. Ben White, this is actually a very underrated card. I've actually done his card and used him. I pretty much liked him. I definitely think better center back than fullback. A little bit too lanky for fullback, but it's completely up to you and your playstyle. I like more of these shorter cards because I like to turn with them. But I do pretty much think Stones is that guy, man. I'm not Stones, White. Definitely up at, but doesn't have the defender plus plus, unfortunately. So you could say he's the better fullback, but I'm happy to place him at S slot. We've got Yoro, which is also a very underrated one. Went really much low in price. He used to be like 800k, by the way. Yeah, block and aero plus, not really the greatest under the sun, but at everything minimum S for sure. So I'm happy to place him like there. And then we've got the very last one being Zagadou. Actually came out very recently. He's in that slot of Martin's India, I think, right? He can actually get upgraded. What? +1 defense. What are we doing, bro? So redundant, but bruiser and power header plus, yeah, that's not really the greatest things under the sun. Playstyle pluses, but yeah, I'm happy to place him around there. Do you guys agree with this player tier list? Now, there is a lot of players, obviously, at S. I did say that. It's bound to happen due to the amount of promos EA add. They definitely, you know, get piled up, you could say, with meta. And they stay in that constant meta or power curve. And yeah, for now, you could even say Irene Paredes can go up a bit. She's obviously a team of the year, so she has a little bit of bias. And yeah, tell me, do you guys agree we've got the top 5 best center backs in the game? I think deserves to be there. Thuram, some people might say could be better than like Beckenbauer. Completely up to you, man. That's like comparing apples with oranges, bro. Yeah. If you have coins, though, you can definitely tell me in the comments. I do think S plus is pretty much deserved. Those cards are insane. I would probably say maybe I was a bit biased with Stones. Maybe he could be placed upper S, like probably the top of S, but not S plus. Could you guys agree? I don't know. His upgrade potential looks insane, man. Especially Stones, the way he's like bold is in game, insane. We've got obviously some S cards. Due to the fact they're S because they don't have like all the stats corrected. If Carlos Alberto, for instance, had Defender plus plus, he's instantly going to S plus because you have to look at it from all angles, man, unfortunately. But yeah, we've got some cards here. Varane is nice. We've got obviously Cannavaro. We've got Irene Paredes. Cordoba, a little bit short. That's why he's on the lower end of S. Aguerd could actually go a little bit up, eh? I'm happy to place him there. Tapsoba's cool. De Ligt. These cards are minimum, you know, like I feel like if a pro player were to use them, they won't be bad. They just won't have ounces of like insane meta, like from Desai and up. Does it make sense? And then we've got like just these cards chilling. I personally do think I was a little bit harsh on Klosterman because I've got him in my team, bro. He's not completely bad, man. Like, I'm happy to place him there. Martin's India and Coleman. Yeah, Coleman deserves to be A+. I don't care what anyone says. He's not great, man. You could even argue better CDM than Centreback. Tell me in the comments, do you agree with this? I'll catch you boys in the next one. We're going to do the fullbacks next. And yeah, have a sweet one, boys. Peace.